Alright, so this is the end of day 14. So I'm not 2 weeks on the organic, raw lifestyle um, documentary makeover, whatever you want to call it. And I also do CrossFit. And last week I did 4 days. And this week I have done 2 workouts so far and they're going awesome. Like, I've changed a couple things in my diet recently. Started adding berries to my smoothies, which I think help a lot with my workout recovery. And also started supplementing with glutamine in my water, just once a day. And so that helps with muscle recovery and workout performance. My performance seems to be doing really well. I think a lot of detox effects are starting to go away as well. Like, I'm kind of grooving into the diet. And I've lost 7 pounds since I started. I got a scale and right now I weigh 198. And what else? I added hemp oil. I started drinking hemp oil again, which I think it's got omega-6s and 3s, and I think that really helps. Like, hemp oil has a lot of accolades, I guess. And what else? So Saturday, I moved in a new roommate, and to celebrate that, I did cheat a little bit. We had a bottle of tequila between us. We had some beers. And one second. Good boy. So we had some beers. I had probably like three or four, and I had a piece of pizza, a piece and a half of pizza, and the next day we kind of had dinner too, and I had like a bite of chicken and organic brown rice, which wasn't raw, it was steamed. But Saturday I did have a smoothie and an organic salad. Sunday, which was day 12, I had the rice, and I also had a salad that day, a big, huge organic salad. On Monday, I had a smoothie and a salad. Tuesday, which is today, I had a big organic salad at the local health food store and a smoothie. And my smoothies have been pretty much the same, change things around slightly. Sometimes I'll add a lemon or take away a lemon. I have kale and chard and collard greens usually in every one. I have all the superfoods, and now I have berries in pretty much every one, and the protein powder, which is all raw sprouts. But it was interesting, on the party I had the mixer for the tequila was V8 Splash, and apparently it's all been drunken. Anyway, I thought it was interesting because I was telling, my friend brought that, and I was like, man, you serious? V8 Splash? Like, let me see that, and I read the ingredients, and the second ingredient is corn syrup. So it's literally water and sugar. This is the bulk of that drink, and it's considered healthy because, even he was like, oh, but it's V8, man, it's got to be kind of healthy. And I was like, dude, those same words used to come out of my mouth. Like, I had no idea. And I was wondering, like, why do we think that? Why do we believe that? We don't, I didn't look at the ingredients back then. I didn't have any idea what I was drinking. I just was told it was healthy, and I believed it. And, I was thinking, I used to watch a lot of TV back then, and there's commercials, like you'd see V8 Splash commercial almost on a daily basis. And so maybe it's because television programming, they tell you a vision, and seeing is believing, and believe has the word lie in it, as Dr. Kassar would say. And, you believe it because you don't pay attention to the commercial. It's just a message that is constantly you're bombarded with, and eventually after hearing it enough times, you just kind of accept it without being aware that you're accepting it as truth. And it's interesting too because I was looking at the packaging on the V8 Splash, and it's like endorsed by the Heart Association or something like that. And I was like, man, that's funny because the food company is endorsed by the medical associations, and they make their money from treating illness. So it's like right on the packaging, it's like they're in collusion, kind of. I mean, like, okay, we're gonna make you sick by you drinking this sugar water and us telling you it's healthy, so you drink a lot of it and tastes good, whatever, and then your body starts to get illness because you're putting in poison, basically, or having too much of one thing. Poison because high fructose corn syrup has mercury in it. It's it's chemically processed. It's really not good for you. It's not only not live, but it's full of toxins. And and then it's endorsed by the people who benefit from you losing health, like you developing illness. And so you can see, like, when you look at it for what it is, it's like this, it's horrible, it's this money. The monetary system, really, I think, is where it stems from, and it really encourages business with, emphasizing the word sin in business, as Dr. Cassar would say. So, I mean, it was kind of an eye-opener. Also, another thing I realized, if you want a good movie on this, watch Food Inc. You can find it on Netflix, and you'll find out, like, corn, because we buy those things. If we buy those things, we're voting with our dollars to basically get corn subsidized by our government with our taxes, and make it possible for the companies to produce it, because we're paying their lobbyists to lobby government to give them money to be able to produce corn under cost, so they can literally, because it's subsidized, sell the corn for less than it costs to make it. And another thing that's interesting that I'm kind of researching, finding out about, or I found out about a long time ago, but it's just like you find out all these little things and it comes together in a full picture. And so every time you buy corn, you're also supporting anything with high fructose corn syrup, xanthan gum, anything that comes from corn. You're also supporting basically this taking of the conquest of other nations, the taking of their liberties and their freedom. Because what those companies will do is, with banks, they work with banks. Once a company or a country opens up their trading to us, we'll flood their market with corn that's so cheap that their local farmers, families that support their own family by farming their own food and then selling it at the market, can't sell it. They can't make any money off of it anymore, because the big companies come in with the super, processed, like super corn, basically, super fields. They just can't compete. So basically they get pushed out of business. They can't afford to grow their own food anymore, and they have to end up working for these companies or being, poor. And so, when we talk about people who are working for 20 cents an hour, and how, they should just quit their jobs. Well, they can't, because they can't afford to be independent anymore. Like our country, from what I understand now, and this could have some flaws in it, is, we take over with business. Like, our business owns our government. Our government goes out and basically takes people's freedom, so that you can become a monetary slave, a monetary debt slave, or a monetary, you have to have a job to survive, rather than being able to grow your own food and be an entrepreneur. And anyway, do your own research on that, see what you come to, but it really changes the way you look around you at the world, and your choices. Like, you're not just buying a can of Coke. not only you're poisoning yourself, but you're supporting, like, I mean, poisoning yourself, bisphenol A in the can, aluminum in the can, high fructose corn syrup with mercury. You're, supporting all the media machine that goes behind that. You're supporting corn subsidies and factory food. Like, literally every day when you eat food, you choose the red pill or the blue pill. And it's not just a pill you take once and you're either awake or you go back to sleep. It's like every day you choose the red pill or the blue pill, or you make conscious decisions or unconscious decisions. And when you look at it like that, I want to become conscious. I want to get out of the matrix. So every day I'm going to eat live food, and that really it's the right choice. I mean, it's it just keeps expanding. Let's just put it that way. The awareness of it, like, it's no longer just food and body. It's like, I see how it affects the entire society, and it's amazing. And anyway, that's it for this video. I'll make another one tomorrow, and I'm really, it's going great so far. It's just getting better and better, and we'll see where it goes. Ciao, Mickey.